G'day traders, welcome to a wrap up of Tuesday 22nd of November. So I started looking at the dailies. In this particular case, definitely on the downside, but just keep in mind that the last 4 days have been quite solid sell-offs. Got here in my notes, we sold off 80 points in 4 days, so no green candles of late, so you've got to be thinking, yes, there is a downtrend, but for these sellers just to continue the way they've been going, very unlikely. So kind of started today thinking that there's going to be two-sided action, and that buyers at some stage would come. And also put down that yesterday's low, which was 1181. So here we are here, 1181. It's a pretty good area that the market's going to at least go have another look at and test, and maybe even break through. So the market's pushed up straight away. You can see this blue line, the gap line. So it's I guess that was a little bit of a traction there. Just popped up, closed it straight away. And then straight away these buyers were shut down. The market started to push back down. So very much 50-50 at this kind of stage. This green power point, especially if you're going short with the dailies, is not a bad opportunity. In the end, with these kind of power points, you're best off waiting until you do get some sort of pressure. And you can see in the end there was no red candles and just pushed straight through it. So one, I thought good opportunity, but in the end the market wouldn't have allowed you to go short here anyway. So no harm would have been done. This power fade here. Definitely one of the power fades of the day. It's got everything going for it, dailies, the pressure, the predictives, the 5-minute charts. So this one here, market, and it's the first one as well, rather than taking this second one. So you definitely got the pressure built up is right up here, as even though this one worked. This one is definitely the better of the two to take. So that one, bit of a pullback, but in the end it ended up working quite well. You can see now the market started really push down, going with those dailies buys. Pushing down towards that 1181 straight away, so testing yesterday's low straight up, and then turning around on the yellow there. The purples work quite well, so once again, go and take these purples with the overall daily direction. Seems to be the best way to approach them, and that purples ended up working quite well. Once it's bounced on that purple, it's pushed down, broken at yesterday's low, it's pushed down quite further and turned around. So this is the start of lunchtime here. You can see the markets haven't really been stopping for lunch lately, so as far as taking trades during lunch, it seems to not be an issue at the moment. And the buyers started to come in a big way, so this is where the buyers all of a sudden had their first chance in quite a while, and you can see they've pushed up through two power fades quite easily and come straight back up to this gap. So I guess back down around this point, around this support area here, which is marked by the purple. This is an area where it's kind of the buyers are going to want to test it. And if the sellers were still really strong, they would have pushed it back down here. But the buyers have pushed up through that support level really quite easily, and you can see they've pushed up, without hesitation at all. Then we've got a bit of a pullback here. So on the 5-minute charts, there's a fade just in this area here after this sideways action. So great opportunity there. You can see the market's pushed up. The actual entry was up round here and would have just got stopped out. But I mean, a great area as far as taking the fade. So in this particular case, the 5-minute was a sell, but because of the way the moving average is pointing up, because of all this upward action, you can see definitely upward action as far as the price is concerned. You'd always be looking for a buy here, and the buy popped up here. You can see a great spot for the market to continue up and look to go up and make have a go at those highs. Markets then pop down. This is probably one of the power points of the day. Very tough one to get on because it's only just shaved the power point. So in hindsight, it might have been tough to get on, but because of the fact that the buyer's definitely in control now, and also you got the predictive and everything on the 5-minute chart pointing up. So this is quite a good area to be looking at taking, and it's a high percentage area and the type of trade that will quite often work more often than not. And from there, we've basically hit a high of 1194 and started to push down. So now we're seeing the sellers come back into play. I mean, at this stage we're still looking at buyers, but always look for areas to be broken. And if you look, doesn't quite show it there, but this area here is basically a buyer's support around here. So once the market starts pushing down, you can see no up power points are being tested, and it's breaking buyer's support. Now all of a sudden it looks like the sellers are starting to gain back control, and all of a sudden you can start to switch to looking for sell orders. It's around this area here. Where was it? About here. There's a pullback, and on the 5-minute charts, it didn't actually show it as a 5-minute fade to the downside, but it's very close. So great little pullback here, and this is kind of a bit of an area where I thought the markets could start to push down, and then they pushed down through this power point, then gone sideways a little bit, had another bit of a pullback, and once again that shows on the 5-minute charts predictive crossing to the upside, and then crossing back down the downside again, and you can see some pressure pushing the markets down. In the end, the markets finished where they begun, and that's with some selling. So just got the 5-minute chart up here, so just the one official signal there, but a couple areas I thought had good value in it today. This one obviously, so you can see moving average definitely pointing up, predictive crossing down. So what we're looking here for is, you can see the market's pushed down, pushed up, had a bit of a pullback. From here you've got to decide what the market's going to do from here. Very much under perception the market was going to go up and test those highs rather than coming back down. So what I'm looking to do is catch this pullback and then ride it back up here. So that's an ideal situation with a fade, 5-minute fade set up there. So quite a good example, one to maybe kind of take a copy of and keep it in the memory bank. The other opportunity, which unofficial but didn't actually come up, but I thought had good value, was kind of the fade again, but in the opposite direction. So all of a sudden you're seeing the seller pressure come back, remembering that we have got some sellers on the dailies, so they were looking to gain back control. The market's pulled back, so it just missed a power point here, but this is the kind of area where I like to catch that pullback and maybe even get on an early power fade, and from there, because we got that pullback pressure and then the sellers taking back control, it pushed down through that power point really nicely, and so another little opportunity there. But as far as the 5-minute chart goes, they were probably the two best areas. But overall, plenty of movement in the day like we've been seeing lately, and a few great opportunities. So two 5-minute trades. That power fade that first came up was round about here. That was a good opportunity. If you look at it on the 1-minute chart, around this area here, just after 10:30, and then that PowerPoint opportunity around about 1:15 was just here. So probably 4 best areas of the day. Righto, that's the wrap up. Speak to you soon.